Geographical explorations. The 16th century has been called a century of geographical explorations. Till the end of the Middle Ages, the Europeans were ignorant of geography. In the later developments, Europeans found new sea routes to various parts of the world. The new continents of North America, South America, and Australia came to light. Now let us understand the reasons for geographical explorations. The first one is fall of Constantinople. When the Turks conquered the city of Constantinople in 1453, it closed the trade gates between East and West. With this, Turks started getting more profit out of spices imported from India. Due to this, the Europeans faced the inevitability of finding a new sea route to India. Entrance of Spain and Portugal in sea trade. Spain and Portugal were ambitious of competing with the Arabs in sea trade. The Arabs had a monopoly over trade in Asian countries. Local people and rich encouraged adventurous youth to venture into sea. Expansion of Christianity. To spread Christianity into the New World, the Pope and kings in Europe encouraged geographical explorations, adventurous attitude. European curiosity was roused by the adventurous nature of the sea voyage towards eastern countries. They ventured to bring in spices, silk, cotton, muslin cloth, and to sell them for profit. Development of science and technology. The experiments done during the Renaissance period had proved that the earth is round. The instruments like Mariana's compass, astrolabe, huge ships, chart and maps helped the sailors to find a new sea route. Travels of Marco Polo. The Venice traveler Marco Polo explained the richness of India and China in his book Travels of Marco Polo. In this book, he had written his travel experiences to these countries. The explanations given in this book attracted the Europeans to visit these countries. Geographical explorations. The countries which engaged in geographical explorations after the Middle Ages were Portugal and Spain. The sailors sent by Henry moved around for a long period and explored the west coast of African continent and went a long distance towards the south. In 1498, Bartholomew Dias reached the southernmost tip of African continent and called it Cape of Good Hope. Vasco da Gama of Portugal sailed around the Cape of Good Hope, crossed the Indian Ocean and reached Calicut in 1498. Thus, the dream of reaching India by Europeans came to be a reality. Portuguese became the first country to re-establish trade route between Asia and Europe. Christopher Columbus of Geneva City crossed the Atlantic Ocean with the help of King of Spain and reached the Bahamas Islands in West Indies. Amerigo Vespucci moved towards the west of Europe and discovered America. Cabral of Portuguese reached Brazil in 1500. Another traveler, Balboa, climbed a hill near Panama Strait and saw the vast oceans to the west. That was Pacific Ocean. Ferdinand Magellan traveled around Cape of Good Hope. After traveling for 5 months, he reached South Africa in the year 1520. From here, he reached the Philippines through the Indian Ocean. One of the ships of Magellan passed between the Indonesian islands, went around the earth and reached Spain via Cape of Good Hope. Effect of geographical explorations. Europeans could establish direct links with America, Africa and Asia. They earned a lot of wealth and also knowledge from this. The entire economic system of Europe underwent change. The prosperity of Italy and Germany declined, and the countries like France and England became powerful and built huge kingdoms. England and France built new markets in America and India. They founded colonies in these places and earned more profit. The Christian preachers went to these new places and introduced their religion. These explorations facilitated the exchange of ideas between the East and West, resulting in new knowledge. With the help of Magellan, it was practically proved that the earth is not flat but round. As the African slaves were utilized for the economical development of North America, the slave trade came into existence. Now let us understand the literature during the time of Renaissance. The Italian writer Petrarch is known as the father of Renaissance. He collected about 200 Latin and Greek manuscripts. His famous poem was called Africa. An Italian writer, Boccaccio, collected 100 stories called Decameron. Dante composed the famous work Divine Comedy. Chaucer, the father of English literature, composed Canterbury Tales. The Cervantes of Spain wrote Don Quixote. Thomas More of England wrote Utopia. William Shakespeare was an excellent poet and dramatist, lived during the time of Renaissance. He wrote numerous tragedies and comedies. St. Paul's School, established in London, was dedicated to the acquisition of this new knowledge. Renaissance art. During the period of Renaissance, the art was simple and natural. Artists drew murals showing mythological characters, Jesus Christ and his followers, with the natural human emotions. The most important artist, Michelangelo, drew Adam and the Final Decision, Mona Lisa and Last Supper was the contributions of Leonardo da Vinci. Sistine Madonna was the contribution of Raphael, and Titian's Assumption of Virgin were the famous paintings. Science during the Renaissance period. Modern science was born during the Renaissance period. Science set aside religious dogmas and came out with new discoveries. Learning about human became a precursor to new inventions. People during the Middle Ages accepted everything without any questions. Francis Bacon declared that ancient scientific decisions did not represent any professional knowledge. Descartes encouraged skepticism and advocated questioning of everything before accepting it. Copernicus of Poland disproved the earth-centric argument of Ptolemy of Greece and showed that the sun was the center of the solar system. Kepler, a German scientist, explained that planets revolve around the sun on an oval orbit. Galileo discovered the telescope and he supported the theory of Copernicus. He was forced to withdraw his support due to the premise from the church. Isaac Newton discovered the laws of gravitation and said that all the heavenly bodies are controlled by this gravitational force. He explained the twofold movement of the earth, that is, rotation and revolution.